Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from the hit TV show Shark Tank, and welcome to this edition of Business Icons. And with me is Rick Hellberg. Rick, hey, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now, you're a nationally recognized author and speaker and a tax reduction specialist. I love that, tax reduction specialist. So, but you've been doing this for, I know,
43 years.
43 years, pretty amazing. That's fantastic. What kinds of clients do you look for and do you focus for helping them achieve their goals?
For the most part, we work with both current and retired business owners, corporate executives, professionals, and their families who are committed to doing the work, investing the time and the energy necessary to get good quality planning done.
Gotcha. And also, obviously, reducing their tax obligations and things like that. So you said people that are in business or have retired. So it's folks that are nearing their retirement or have already retired,
Sure.
I assume, right? But is there a particular time that you recommend people start looking into this? You don't wait till you're 60 years old to be planning, right?
No.
So
We look at it and say that the best time to get started for anyone is today.
Today.
That's the best time to get started.
Right.
When you start to look, when people start to see that they're coming close to their 50th birthday,
Right.
and maybe the kids are starting to get out of the house,
Right.
that's when you got to start to look and say, okay, where am I? What have I got to do? And what options do I have? And
yes, exactly. So, I mean, I'll put myself in those shoes as I'm getting older. What is it that someone like myself wants at that particular time?
Most of our clients, I would say they come to three things. First off, they want what I call sleep through the night peace of mind.
Okay, that sounds good.
They don't want to wake up at 2 o'clock and not be able to get back to sleep.
Right.
They want to eliminate those worries. Next, they like to be able to have the freedom that they know that they can do the things they want when they want,
Right.
with the people that they want.
I like that. Yes, that's freedom, peace of mind, right?
That's peace of mind, freedom. And the last one is that my clients, what I like about them is that they all want to make a difference and an impact, a positive impact on both their families, their communities, and on the country as a whole.
That's great.
So peace, freedom.
That's nice
impact.
that you're dealing with people that are looking to maybe some cases leave a legacy even too, right?
Very much
That's
so.
important
Very
for
much
some
so.
folks, right?
Yep.
And so I know that as you get older and you're winding down the amount of work that you're doing, there's certain challenges we're all facing, right?
Correct.
So what are some of the biggest things that you see and that you have to help people guide through these challenges?
In my latest book, Retire Abundantly, we outlined 12 that almost everybody faces at one point in time or another. And they go from health to retirement goals and getting things set up. I think the two most important are taxes and the national debt we're facing.
Okay.
All right?
Right.
And let me elaborate. Taxes really come in two parts.
Right.
There's complexity and the slant of the tax code.
Okay.
All right?
Right.
Complexity, our tax code is horrendously complex.
Right.
I laugh. I look at the old adage that a camel is a horse designed by a committee.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
An elephant is a horse designed by a congressional committee.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what it is. If you try to understand the tax code, you're going to have to spend a considerable amount of time, energy, and money.
I understand there's like 70-some thousand
Over
pages,
70,000
right?
pages,
Right.
yeah. And my clients may have enough money to do that, but the last thing they want to do is spend the time and the energy to understand the code.
Yeah.
So they rely on us, working with their CPA, to guide them through the landmines that are in the tax code and to find the gold.
Gotcha.
And there are gold mines in the code as long as you know where to look for them.
Right. Well, after 43 years, if you've been doing this, I would imagine you've had some pretty amazing situations. But what I'm hearing also is that 43 years ago, the tax code was different than it is today. You've had to maintain that ongoing kind of oversight of the changes, and so you have your own experts as part of like you have sort of a dream team, I guess, of experts that you utilize to be able to give this advice to your clients.
Nobody can do it on their own.
Right.
And you've used the example of the 40 years. This is the thing about the slant of the code. 40 years ago, in 1980,
Okay.
our clients, the top 10% of all income earners in the country, the folks that are making six-figure incomes
Right.
and above, they paid 42% of all the income taxes collected.
Wow.
All right? Now, fast forward to 2016, after 3 so-called tax cuts for the rich,
Right.
all right, the top 10% are paying 71% of all the income taxes
Wow.
collected.
Wow.
The slant and the constant wording we get from the
Yeah.
media is, I'm sorry, it's just flat
Gotcha.
wrong and
Now
wrong.
this is the averages. You as a tax reduction specialist are showing people how not to pay those kind of percentages, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
With proper planning, with
Right.
planning ahead and really, really digging into it, you can get to the point where you are either substantially reducing or eliminating them completely, both income and estate taxes.
Right, right. And so you mentioned now is the time. So there's a lot of people out there that are trying to figure out, okay, well, when should I start? So we've said, the sooner the better. And have you seen any, obviously, healthcare comes into play here for
Right.
folks too, right? So what are the things that they need to be doing? You got to have X amount of dollars available for your healthcare as you're retiring, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And that comes into part of one of the things you look at. You have to say, all right, how much are you going to be exposed to? And the standard rule is that it's people hear that, I got to have $250,000 just to cover my healthcare costs.
Gotcha.
Yes and no. It depends upon how you're set up going in. But very definitely, it is a concern, and you have to make sure it's one of those contingencies that you have to plan for.
Right.
So that because people are living a lot longer. And
Sure.
the longer they live, what you find is that most of those healthcare costs are in the last 5 years of your life.
Gotcha.
So,
Sure. So now I know you, as the owner of the business, 43 years in the business, you're out there speaking, you're creating content, you're writing books. Do you enjoy that? That's a fun part of your business, isn't it?
The fun
Connecting
part is
with clients.
Connecting with clients is being out, talking in front of groups, having people come up afterwards with some wonderful questions that some of which throw you for a little bit of a loop, and you have to think real hard.
Right.
And then sitting down and doing things like this with you.
Yeah.
Right? This is good.
And so I'm sure because when you talk about the tax code in 1980, there's not a lot of people that have that kind of experience, right? So so the wisdom that you've accumulated over those years is very cool. So let's talk about that content and folks that are out there right now. They may be thinking, is Rick the right guy for me? And I'm going to say it, and with the number of years you've got and the particular specialty you have, this is an in demand. I mean, people want to save money on their taxes. They want to plan for the future, right?
Yep.
So what kinds of things do you have available prior to someone saying, I definitely want to work with Rick? Is there like a stepping stone process they can get some information or materials from you or your associates?
Very definitely.
Yeah.
I of course, my ego would think that everybody wants to work with me, but I realize that may not be the case. So yeah, if any of your viewers go on our website, it's www.PeterAlexanderInc.com.
Okay.
Or call our office, 610-940-1441. We have a huge amount of resources, complementary resources. They can pick and choose, find things that they are of interest for them, so that they can see what's probably available for them, what they can do to get some good benefits. And if they like what they see, if they want to come in at some point in time, that's fine.
So you've got various things they can download. Anything in particular that's maybe at the top of the list of things that they should be looking at right now?
The number one, the ones that we get the most work on are anything having to do with tax.
Tax.
And for business owners who are looking at, at some point in time, I'm going to move out of this company, and
good.
what do? Do I sell it to my employees? My kids are off doing their own thing.
Right.
They're not interested. Do I take it public? So we have a number of items on the exit process for a business
I love
owner.
the entrepreneurial assistance that you're giving folks too. As an entrepreneur, I'm going to say thank you for being here, and thanks for being part of our show, Rick.
Kevin, thank you very
Great
much.
getting to spend a few minutes with you. And thank you for being here in this edition of Business Icons.